Everybody, I'm Tommy Scoville, and you are on the lifeboat. Right before I was going live, I was hanging out, rapping with my kid on like FaceTiming it because he's producing his puppies on the other side of the glass. Man, I can't tell you how much fun that is. I cannot listen. Hi, everyone listening, unable to comment. We can see you. You can comment. Hi from North Georgia. Good to see you. Good, Wendy. Alan Ballantyne, how you doing? Man, huh? Yeah. Christy Covington, good to see you. Glad that you're here. Hey, Tommy, watching from Southern Ontario, Canada. I love it. I really do. You know how we feel about Canada. Hello, Kim from India and from Boston. We got Boston Sarah, your cousin from Boston. I can't do a Boston accent. I did have a lot of friends from Boston. Look at that. Hello, Ken. Good to see you. Kenya 75. Good to see you. Finally caught alive. Both of yous. A lot of people catching lives. Anna Banana. Every time I see your thumbnail, I cannot help but go right to Brian from Family Guy doing the peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Boston accents. Just saying wicked pesa a lot, right? Yeah, well, that helps. I mean, there's some other nuances, but yeah, wicked pesa's a lot. That helps, to be sure. From Snowshoe, West Virginia. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Brad H. Good to see you. Glad you're here again. And Alan Ballantyne, that's my homeboy. That's my dog. Alan and I are scheming. He's coming back for the big climb. Pretty excited about it, actually. Diane, another Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Pack the car. That's right. In Harvard Yard. Or you know what's the best, honestly? I hate to do it. Spanx is here. Yeah, no. Spanx is here. Calhoun, come on. Kirsten, we're not doing anything without Calhoun. Have no fear. There's my boy. Calm down.
I'm most definitely
Calhoun.
here. Always lurking.
Yeah.
Never doubt.
Yeah, really lurking. Like he's the power lurker. He's here for real. Boy, oh boy, this thing goes quick. That's really cool, though. All right, here we go. I'm going to do it. I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it. The greatest phrase ever said with a Boston accent is, drum roll, please. It's about the best we can come up with, people. The budget's not big here. I'm going to Worcester to buy a toaster, you bastard. That is hands down, as voted, by the way, by David Letterman's top 10 list and read by the firefighters from, I believe, Lowell, Massachusetts. We're actually there reading it. I'm going to Worcester to buy a toaster, you bastard. That was number one. Question. You should do a live with someone from the British jail system to compare the difference. I would love to do that. I should. If you know what, if you're hearing this, right, you got somebody that's that that's got connections to that, whether he be a convict or a CO or anything like that, hey, reach out to me. Sober@myyahoo.com. Sober@myyahoo.com. Thank you, Boston Sarah. I did spend a decent amount of time in your neck of the woods. Won't lie to you, spent a lot of time up in that area of the country. Even when I wasn't in that area of the country, I wasn't far from that area of the country. So if you saw the thumbnail today, people, the thumbnail said, who is the connection guy? Is it this dude or is it Uncle Sam? Seriously, you want to hear something crazy? Well, of course you do, or you wouldn't be here. The epidemic of loneliness, exacerbated by the fact that many of us now work remotely and we don't go into the office. So there's not sitting around the water cooler, shooting the breeze, doing that, hey, how are ya? Kind of thing that we used to do all the time. And then you had bowling leagues, you had things like that. There he is. Come on, man. All right, who is it? Look, this one or this one, right? He wants you, but he's going to sign you up to send you someplace awful. Thank you, Boston Sarah. But we are not. We do not want to send you anyplace awful whatsoever. Kelly Visor, typically in chat, but never comment. Hey, I'm glad that you're here. I am glad that you are here. That's changing today, people. I love it. Connection. That's what we're talking about. So, because of this previous thing where we all threw on those face diapers and got all serious about not going out and that kind of thing, from that point on, we and remote working and all of this stuff sort of coming together, then throw in a wicked drug epidemic, right? That is tearing our country apart. Roll that all into a ball, and what you have is worse than ever before. Oh, and let's not forget the epidemic of the cell phone, which my poor cat is probably lying on top of in the basket. Pretty sure my phone is under Kitty, and that's just sad. But she gets in here and sneaks in while I'm doing something, and then she lays on top of it, goes to sleep, and you look around the whole house looking for your phone, and then somebody calls it, and you hear the muffled right under. You think that would wake a cat up, but it wouldn't. Shall you make it vibrate? You could, but it wouldn't. I don't know that that is a very, very dedicated, lazy animal. Like when squirrels into the shutdown mode, nothing, and I do mean nothing, gets this cat off of her A game, and that is the absolute fact. I went out and got on the TRE ATSs. I may or may not have told the crew, congratulations on your Klonopin taper is right. Are you serious? This, people, that is for successfully coming off of one of, if not the most difficult drug that you could ever have to deal with. For real. Congratulations, quiet girl. Good stuff. Kelly says, I'm sorry, what? I have a long-haired version of Squirrel Nut Zipper? Wow. Her name is LG. I am jealous. A long-haired version, long-haired torties are as cool as they get. I mean, let's be honest. Torties in general are as cool as they get. I really have a thing for torties. Prior to that, I had a gray cat thing, but now I'm very much on to the tortie thing. Still sassy at 60 says, and I dig this one. Let's sorry about that. Let's get that. Tommy, thank you so much for all of the lives. This is my first holiday season without kids in my home. I've done my job and launched successful kids out into the world. It's really quiet. You know what? It's tough, isn't it? It's tough. That's something, the empty nest syndrome, I believe they call that. Yeah. I remember I got it much younger because of divorce, but I remember the first Christmas that Calhoun was not in the house, like making a ton of noise, and it was devastating. I mean, it was freaking devastating. I'm not going to lie to you, but you do have a family here, and we will keep cranking up videos. We're going to get you through the rest of the holiday season. And then we're not going to disappear. We're just going to go back to a slightly more normal schedule, but we will absolutely look. The fives, we're never not going to be live on the fives. Plain and simple. We're not going to be live on the fives. And Jamo says, finally caught a live. Woo-hoo-hoo! Been on the replay crew for a while. Just wanted to say hi. Well, we are glad to have you here. And everybody can never forget, we are live on the fives every single day. Live on the fives. That's 5 o'clock Pacific time. Left coast. Left coast. See what I did there? Bump. So, this epidemic, as it's being called, of loneliness has got the attention of our federal government. And do you know why? Well, simply put, it costs Americans absolute massive amounts of money. And the newest science says, are you ready? It's a great article, but the newest science says that communities are weakened by the epidemic of loneliness, and it is absolutely horrible for your health. It states being lonely is worse than smoking 15 cigarettes a day or taking 6 alcoholic beverages. It's worse than obesity in terms of harms like stroke and heart disease and unaliving yourself. It is associated with greater risk of cardiovascular disease, dementia, stroke, depression, anxiety, and premature death. Oh, yeah. And it's costing billions and billions and billions of dollars a year. So, of course, whenever there's billions and billions of dollars and an epidemic of some kind, there's somebody ready to write a law, right? There's somebody ready to write a law. Are you woofing me? Are you woofing me? No, this is going up. This is going up to the government. So Uncle Sam wants to get involved. In this case, and look, people, don't hang me. This is just who it is. Happens to be a Democrat. Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat, Connecticut, would like to create an office in the White House to deal with loneliness policy. Loneliness policy. I don't think we need the government to spend money to look into loneliness policy, right? The opposite of everything bad is connection. We already figured this out, right? So how hard is it for the government to just maybe run a 30-second spot on TV going, hey, since the advent of the cell phone, we all stopped talking to one another. Since we all started working remote from home, we concentrate on what we do and then we talk to our family, but we don't interact with other people. And if you don't believe that you can interact with people via the internet, well, then you're ignorant on this subject. All of my friends I met online. Everybody I met online. Well, I've connected with so many people from the lifeboat in person. It is incredible. It really is. And we've jumped the curve, right? The lifeboat is no longer just on the lifeboat. We go over and visit other people's channels. I don't know if you've ever, yesterday, I was over with, I was on Relatable Reese's channel yesterday. Shishi from New Jersey says, I am journaling by emailing myself. Thank you, Tommy, for the push. My boy is turning 30 next month. He is in the Navy in Fallon, Nevada. Oh, man, I know exactly where he's at. I know Fallon well. Yeah, I know the base down there. So please thank him for his service. And thank you so much, Shishi. I really appreciate the support. And I'm glad that you're journaling. It is absolutely important. It really is. Yes, I do remember when a certain president taught us that the government is our enemy. I remember those days. CK, good to see you. So guess what we're getting set up here, people? Guess what we're getting set up? Hey, thank you, Boston Sarah. You know what? I dig Relatable Reese too. I really do. I dig Relatable Reese. And it was fun. It's fun going on her show every single time I get a chance, man. I'm going to do that. It's a lot of fun to go over there. And you know what? We end up talking about stuff that very often can end up being really heavy. I mean, we clown and flirt and do all of that, but we end up talking about some pretty heavy stuff. And yesterday, I think we touched on some stuff that was important. The good Wendy, I also pulled out my dusty journal last night. Not easy, but really got to do it. You know what, people? Do you feel this? Do you feel it? We are rolling into New Year's and people are getting out the books, right? Tickle that like button, people, says Kirsten, now that she knows Spanx Calhoun is behind the glass. Oh, you know what, Johnny, you lowlife? It's your damn knife. It's that damn knife. I just pepper sprayed the crap out of myself with his little knife. Oh, man. He puts things on this desk to get me. I'm not even kidding you. Oh, it's terrible, man. Now I'm peppered all over the place. I am burning. Oh, man. Johnny. No relief. No relief. Rude. Thank you. It really is. Yeah, he peppered me up, Calhoun. How bad is that? Oh, it's all right. I'm only going to burn for the remainder of the show. They're actually talking about allocating a lot of money, a lot of our tax dollars to come up with people to just look at why we are not spending any time bonding with one another in the community anymore. We used to get together. We would have the Oaks Club. We would have the Moose Lodge. We would have all of these things that, you know, brought people together And I mean, you know what? They could be glorified drinking clubs. Who friggin' cares? It was people coming together. And now capsaicin does let you know that you are alive. May, no mistake. Have you guys seen my brother's latest? Oh, my brother's latest may not be up yet. I don't know whether or not it's already posted, but damn, Johnny did a vicious challenge. I think he took down 10 super hots, but it was ugly. It was ugly. Hello, Brenda. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Killy Billy, glad you're here. Yeah, it's a terrible idea. It's an absolutely terrible idea. Spanx Calhoun says it's a bad idea. No, you know what? It's an adrenaline rush. It's definitely an adrenaline rush. When you eat really hot peppers, people, what happens is your body gets very freaked out. Most people have never experienced the kind of pain that you get from a couple of million Scoville units, right? We're used to pain like you break something or you get cut or you get hurt. Oh, quiet girl. You're not allowed to do those. Thank you, quiet girl. Your advice with Reese yesterday was phenomenal and brilliant. Well, that may be a stretch, but she was speechless. Amazing. This is why you're slow. Well, thank you. That is such a sweet thing to say. It really is. You do make an interesting point, though. Reese was speechless. I have not known Reese probably as long as most of you here have known Reese, right? I've known Reese a very short period of time, but I do get the impression that Reese is not speechless often. But that wasn't, I mean, that was, I think it was probably just sound. I don't think that it was necessarily Buddha with a porn staff. God, don't let Johnny Scoville get a hold of that. Please, God, don't let Johnny get a hold of that. Speaking of connection, any word on the Discord? Funny you say that, Ben, the dust farter. Yeah, there is. My team assures me that we're going to be ready to roll on that in the first. It's going to be rolling out in 24, so it should be, I think, the first week, which means stop touching your face. You have no idea how bad I'm burning. Queen of Awkwardness, you have no idea how bad I'm burning from here all the way down, and it's really hard to not touch it. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You spoke the truth in a way she understood. Well, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, again, I don't know that I wasn't splitting the atom, people, I promise. But I think that may be what my skill is. I promise you nothing that I ever come up with is me. You know this, right? You know this. I apply things that I read that other people, really smart people, came up with. I promise you. It's rare that anything is my theory. I think maybe I'm able to put it into words that sometimes people can understand differently. If you're referring to the big reveal on January 1, the reveal that's coming down from the Epstein files, oh, baby. I mean, I'm just hoping that it drops because as of right now, I mean, we are at the end of the wire, people. And to the best of my knowledge, there is no injunction yet. As of right now, they're going to release that stuff. You got to love being Johnny's brother is right. I mean, I'm burning all the time. For real. Hello, me. Good to see you. You know what? I may have, Trailblazer. Yes, I did. I may end up talking about that. I did watch that video. That was one of the videos I got in yesterday. You were a reality-based therapist. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool as hell. You know, a time to change. It's interesting, right? I mean, it really is interesting. It's interesting because a time to change says Epstein won't drop unless it helps someone politically. I'm not going to argue that. I understand exactly why you're saying it. I don't think it's a bunk argument. I think it's probably a pretty solid argument. And I think it may have already been decided, though, time to change. And the reason I say that is, do you realize how many times something like this, Epstein's, the ability to have that stuff for a judge to unseal that, Epstein has been in and out of court many times. The fact that now this judge says, no, I think we're gonna bust this out and we're going to allow this to go into record is odd. And it makes me wonder if maybe you're right. Maybe the reason it is dropping, because right now it looks like it's dropping. It looks like it's dropping in 4 days, right? Three or 4 days. I mean, it's heavy. It's coming. There's no two ways about it. Unless Nacho's mom, I get it. I really do. I get it. But I watched it. I watched it just because of the COS stuff, the Church of Scientology stuff. I got something else to tell you, people. Tonight, in the city that I live in, this is the night that their Scientology org is supposedly open. So we may be taking a ride down there. My brother Johnny and I want to go down, and we've been down there once before, and it was just locked up tighter than a drum. But we looked and checked the holiday hours and all that stuff, and yes, indeedy, they're supposed to be open tonight. And I would like to go down and just say hello. Again, I'm not the stand outside and scream or curse at people or confront people. I'd sure like to walk in and sit down and let them give me their pitch. And then when they get to the end of it, just go, hey, man, can I ask you a couple of questions? Right? I would be very interested in knowing what you think about this, and then just bust out with a little SPTV, right? And then undo my shirt and show them the big SPTV logo underneath and go, right? Subversive person inside, right? It's all coming down. You can't let me in there. That would be the end of the world. Tommy, question: do you think it'll happen? We'll see the list. Or will it disappear? That's a hell of a question, isn't it? Here's the deal. We know that the list has gotten bigger. I find that odd. The number that came out, they were saying, was 130 and some change. Then the number went up to 150 something. And I'm talking about in the mainstream media, right? In mainstream media, they're talking about this list, and it keeps getting bigger. It was up to 150 something. Not burning. It was up to 150 something. And the last one I heard had it at about $1.80. It really makes you wonder if what our friend said a moment ago isn't spot on. Are they releasing this because they got an agenda? Is this getting released now because somebody on that list they want to damage? Kind of a political year. Never know what's going to be on that puppy. Hey, Kelly, I am not mad at you for that hypothesis. I understand why you would say that. I do. I understand why you would say that. I don't think we'll see the Epstein Black Book. Now, listen, don't confuse this, all right? This is not the Epstein Black Book. This is the court documents from the last case that happened, right? This is the court documents that are being unsealed. This is the lawsuit that was against Epstein. This lawsuit that had been filed named a hell of a lot of names. And this is not hypotheticals or whatever, but this is not his black book. But it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I think it could happen. I think it could happen. It's going to be interesting. I cannot begin to tell you just how bad my entire face now. And yeah, the Johnny Scoville thing. Hey, there's SJ. Strawberry Blonde. SJ. Found that out on the last live feed. I think it was the very last comment I saw right before I shut it down, because when I put it back on, it said SJ, Strawberry Blonde. That's what it froze on. Try using hand sanitizer to remove the heat. You know what? It's a thought. I will tell you this, truthfully. I'm not sure there's anything on planet Earth that I have not now experimented with to see if it will take the sting of pepper off of you. The only thing that I have seen that does a halfway decent job, and by that I mean it might knock it down 30 or 40%, is milk. It doesn't work as well drinking it, but like if you get the stuff sprayed in your face or whatever, the milk is lovely. The hand sanitizer does work. I think it probably knocks about 10, 20% off. 30 or 40 would be great. That would be great. Just me being me says, you're amazing people. Don't let this world knock you down. If it does, we can all get back up. Do you know that the first time that I went to prison, the very first time that I went to prison for anything, I was in a van and we were shipping out. It wasn't a big enough crew to be on a bus, a proper bus. So we were in just like a little white van. I think there was like 8 or 9 of us on there being transported down. And they had Chumbawamba was playing on the way down. I get knocked down and I get up again. I looked at the guy next to me. I said, boy, it's a real upbeat song for your day going in. You know, I kind of want to hear this on the way going out, but leave some sugar-free gummies on his desk to get even with him. Hey, you know what, Ben? That's uncalled for real. I mean, yeah, he burns me with pepper products on a daily basis, but sugar-free gummies? Come on, man. Seriously. Not like he punched me or anything. That's messed up, Holmes. It really is. That's messed up. Scoob, hope you're doing well. Vinegar, Christy Covington says, is a good neutralizer for hot peppers. You think? I don't know. Because I'll tell you why I'm not sure if I believe that. It's like the number one ingredient in one of those in just about every not very hot, like Tabasco. That's almost all vinegar. Staysperia says, you mean those sugar-free Haribo bears with the very interesting reviews, Ben? That's harsh. That really is. That's harsh. Not cool, brother. Not cool. All right, I'm gonna have to lose this shirt. Getting a little hot in here, people. It's getting hot in here. So this is going to have to go. What's that? Little white rabbit? Little Alice in Wonderland white rabbit action. Do you love that? The White Rabbit Watch Company. He matches, wrong arm. He matches the white rabbit right there. It's the same guy. How cool is that? That was a gift. That was a gift actually from someone on the boat, which I love. Love the shirt. Yes, they Spirit. It's a great shirt. Great shirt. This was a gift. Striptease. Yeah, keep quiet, girl. Well, that would either lose half the audience or bring in a different half. Yeah, me and Taz. I don't understand that either. I'm not sure how the judge allows that house to be demolished. I think I was talking to. There's been some talk with my lawyer friend Zach. Your lawyer friend Zach. Our lawyer friend Zach. Right. There's been some talk with the lawyer friend Zach that we were going to get together. That is a question I would really like to ask him because it doesn't make sense to me, but it's a bit outside my wheelhouse. By way of full disclosure, I have never been an attorney. I did sleep with one for a long time. I don't know if that counts. No, I was married to an attorney, but I was never actually an attorney. My bro is a great dude. Johnny is an incredible human being. He really is. He was the better of the Scoville brothers, to be sure, for a really long time, and certainly helped bring me back from the abyss. He never ever turned his back on me he was always there to support me through the entire process. And we're really, really close, So when I got sent up, it was really like doing time for both of us, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? That makes sense. It gets me attorney skills by osmosis, right? That's what I'm saying. And by way of full disclosure, there may have been some other osmosis with a friend. No, and the other thing is I honestly did spend a bunch of time in the law library writing stuff. And if you say the two of us laugh our butt off, you mean me and Johnny? Nonstop. Johnny and I, cameras on or cameras off, Johnny and I are laughing. He is absolutely a law degree sexually transmitted. A sexually transmitted law degree. Yeah. And penicillin does nothing for this. I promise you. You know what? By the time that one was done fleecing me, I think my law degree cost more than hers. Johnny Scoville. Alan says, I'm a mod, not an admin. He's that's a spirit. That's the spirit. You had more time to read than anyone I know. I would be jealous if not for the prison part. It's the truth. And you get with a like a club. You get with a what do you call it? Like there was almost a cabal, a little group within the prison community that got super into reading books. And you'd have, because you're not supposed to have more than about 10 to 15 in your cell at any given time, right? So like between me and my cellmate, I could have say a couple of dozen books. If you get over that, they don't take 5 to get you down to a couple of dozen. They just take all of them. So you always wanted to have yourself no more than a couple of dozen, and you constantly are doing this one, rotating through from guy to guy, so that you were always had new stuff to read. It really sucked during lockdowns. You'd be really shocked how fast you can go through 24 books if you have nothing to do but read. I mean, I have. That's really all. That's all I had. I mean, reading was. That's really all I had. It's a unique thing. Have you heard about the about sleep divorce? It's when couples sleep apart in separate bedrooms. I've been married for 25 and we sleep in separate rooms for the last 2 years. Best sleep I've ever had. You know what? I don't have a problem with that. I'm giving you Frank Zappa vibes right now. Nice. I'll take that. I dig Zappa. I'll take it. I think Zappa was probably considerably more intelligent than I am. I think Frank Zappa was a pretty smart guy. If you ever listen to any Zappa interviews, I mean, sometimes Zappa liked being Zappa and doing the, just acting really bizarre for the sake of acting bizarre. But if you ever heard him really get kind of cerebral, he was really, really heavy. Tincture time. I have really. VT Kitten says we do separate blankets. I like it. Yes, my current girl and I do separate states. Separate. I don't really have a current girl right now. Here it is. There she is. Always by my side. Always by my side. The kitty in the basket. Yeah. Yeah, separate blankets works. Does anyone want a 4-year-old having a meltdown? This is just as a sales pitch thing. Maybe try to sling the kid when they're not having a meltdown. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you want a really cute kid, not acting up, doing fantastic? Hey, Johnny, since you're in the house, you leave the stupid knife that you cut peppers with on the desk right next to it's a setup. And you got the most, it's literally says on it, most evil tincture or whatever on the side of it, laying right. Everything is set up to burn me. You asshat. Have I ever tried the C3 Skittles? And no, I'm going to pass, Brock Bandy, but thank you. Thank you. Good looking out. I am not a chili head. I get roped into eating really hot things. because my brother is a chili legend, but I am not a chili head by definition. I'm not. I just burn because of my proximity to that dude. And I look a lot like him. Yeah, 4-year-olds are fun. 4-year-olds are fun. Yeah, ass hat. I mean, this isn't really a kid show. You know what I mean? We talk a lot about dope and stuff, so I think I can throw out an ass hat. Yeah, my son is a chili head. Your kids never had tantrums? Oh, I threw some. Oh. Yes, he definitely is a chili legend. I think we can all agree on that. Oh, I love it. I love it. Monk, 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 monk. Yeah, my desk is my yes, it is. My desk is absolutely napalmed. Did you hear that? Napalmed. Staceperia says, "Hey, chase the heat. Did you know that you had a live chat running for hours for a live chat that started earlier?" Hello. Oh, he's an L word. Make no mistake, he is the L word. Do 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 do. Cinnamon candy. Yeah, you know what? We dig like fireballs are fun. They're a great candy. I dig fireballs. You know what? You can buy fireballs in the pokey. True story. You can buy fireballs in prison. It's one of the few things that street candies, you can't buy them at a level 4 yard, but you can buy them at level 3 yards. Because at level 4 yards, they know you're just going to make wine out of them. And I have. You can make wine out of them for sure. You're not a fan of cinnamon candy, says Killy Billy. I want to say Kill Billy or Kill Bill. I'm just going to, hey, how you doing, Killy Billy? Not a fan of cinnamon candy. They have a really hot one called the Toe of Satan. If you get a chance to try that, pass it up. Give that chance to the next guy. It's awful. It is. It will make you drool like nothing on planet Earth. You will just drool. It'll go, nah. It's awful. Went to a Chili Pepper concert in Toronto with the Stone Temple Pilots opening. Hottest show I ever went to. I could see that. Hello, Esperanza. Yes, another live. You caught it. And at 5:00, we will be back. That's Pacific time, right? We do this. We're live on the 5s. That's 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific time. 365 days a year. Unless I have a wicked headache or something like that. Hey, I'm a sour and or gummy candy person myself. So am I. If it is sour, if it is gummy, if it is sour and gummy, I can jack up anything that is sour and gummy. And I'm sorry, I could weigh 7,000 pounds. I really got to be careful, right? I really got to be careful because I can get rowdy out of control with those really, really quickly. And I lost a ton of weight. I don't know if you just got here. I mean, I've been very, very large in my life. Really, really, really large in my life. And I've gotten down to a size that I'm quite happy with. Next question. Do you think it's possibility Epstein is alive? Absolutely no way in hell. And I'll tell you why. What is the benefit of keeping him alive? What do they get out of keeping that dude alive? The risk of keeping him alive and the risk of him getting caught. If we look at this just as a criminal, right? Just take this as a criminal. This guy's just a pimp. That's all he is. Now, he's a disgusting piece of crap pimp who pimps unwilling people who have no ability to consent to you know what, right? You know exactly what they are. They're the lowest vermin on earth. But he was a pimp for those people, right? So the guy was the scum of the earth. But he didn't put this together. right? Everybody, even the guys that are good at this, I'm not good at this, people. I'm a hack. We have a good time, right? But I'm a hack. But the people that are good at this, that tried chasing down this guy's money, I'm telling you, it ain't happening. Nobody knows where his money came from. That means he's just a pimp. Somewhere out there, there was somebody that took care of every penny this guy came up with. They put this operation. The island, there was a $75 million fine paid. That island is probably going to end up reverting back to its original ownership, which was the, the country of ownership, and they'll probably sell it again. But you understand that this dude, it's not a situation that they got any reason to keep this guy alive. I think that the government were the people that had him killed. That's what I think. We're not going to see this guy show up in a picture somewhere. Guess where he is now. I promise you, he's long gone. Does doing so many lives get tiring? I'm useless after 3 or 4 Zoom meetings for work. I can't even make words anymore. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is exhausting. And when I'm not doing it, I'm talking to people who are reaching out for help. So this has been, I've been talking about my son and everything else. And yeah, this is beating the piss out of me, to be really honest with you. But it beats the alternative. It really does. It beats the alternative of not having shows for people to go and check out. I know that a lot of people back off during December because they want to be with their families, number one. And number two, guess what? Most people aren't watching. This is the month of the year that no one's going to make any money, right? For real. This is not my first month. My first December in YouTube, right? It's my third, and it's my brother's 7th or something. So it's the same thing every year. It's not a great month for YouTube, right? But I didn't care about any of that. We just wanted to throw, it doesn't make sense to do a ton of stuff during the worst month of the year. But as it turns out, it hasn't really been all that bad of a month for us at the boat. A lot of people are seeking out what we're selling, right? Or giving away, I guess. We're giving it away. It's and that's great. I promise you, when the government get involved, the government is going to try to do what the boat's doing. For real, on a government mandated kind of level. Scares the crap out of me, people. What works about this is everybody is showing up because they want to show up. The government's going to start mandating that people get together. I mean, seriously, what kind of laws can they want laws about to combat loneliness? What in the hell is that? Calhoun, you will be going out on Friday nights. When's the last time you went out and tried to copulate? There are laws concerning this. You know this, yes? You must go out. What in the hell are they going to do? What kind of laws can you write to govern loneliness? Oh, man, scares the you-know-what out of me. Hey, just being me. Here's the great thing. What the number of you that are showing up, it's paying. It's paying. We're a very lucky channel that because of what we do, it's really funny. Back in the day, right, when we started the lifeboat, and everybody said, "Don't do long form, don't do long form. They don't pay for long form. There's no money in long form, right? Don't do that. Don't do that." Turned around. Right now, long form is the thing. So we look like we're smarter than we are. Just keep that one under your hat. We'll just say we saw this coming. Calhoun predicted it. This was all my son. May as well set you up, Calhoun. Edit that out later. We'll just give that all to you. Never had a YouTube channel encourage me to work on myself. Not that worked anyway. Mostly shallow Mel Robbins type. Like Tony Robbins, I bet you mean, yeah? Well, maybe Mel Robbins. I don't know what Mel Robbins, but could be. Mel Robbins or Tony, any of the Robbins. I get exactly what you're saying. It's you know what? It's hard. It's hard to pitch self-help and not sound like you're a phony. I mean, that's the truth. I guess if you're selling self-help, it's a little bit different, right? I don't have a 45-minute tape I want you to buy that's going to teach you how to be a great person. The beautiful thing about YouTube is if we all get together and connect, and everybody gets together and starts finding out more about one another. We link up on the other platforms. As I said, we're rolling out the server for the Discord server. It's going to be early in 24. Should be the first week or two of should be the first week. How did my head injury happen? Hold on, let me do this one first. There are so many people here that are able to help. Yes, you're right. There are so many people here that are able to help. If anyone is looking for a connection, reach out. This is a tough time of year for a lot of people. Amen. And head over to Facebook. I know a lot of people hate Facebook. Just get over there and connect. You can always disconnect it after that. What was the question before that, Calhoun? I had something up there. What the hell was it? Oh, my head injuries. How did my head injuries happen? I used to do a lot of backflips on skis. I was a skier. And the kind of skiing I did freestyle skiing. And I landed upside down a lot, or I over-rotated. I didn't land upside down, but I would over-rotate a backflip, and you land on your back, and your head just, smacks the snow. And the first couple of times you try to keep that from happening, you put your arms down and you blow out your shoulders. Sometimes both of them at the same time. And it's a total. You tear the labrum, the rotator cuff, you break the collarbone, all of that stuff, right? And you only have to do that a couple of times before your coach says, tell you what you do is you cross your arms like this, hold it in there tight, and that way you don't blow out your shoulders. But what happens is, before helmets is right, that'd be normal, before helmets. I don't know how much the helmets would have helped. They might have. Truthfully, the last 2 seasons I competed, I was supposed to wear a helmet, but we were grandfathered in because, and I didn't not wear one. I'm sure that people thought, oh, he's trying to be cool. Man, add a half a pound to my head. You know how many backflips I did in my life? I mean, I had them. You add a half a pound to my head, and all of a sudden I'm not spinning right anymore. It gets really bad. I always have something in my hands. I have fidget spinners. I am always playing with things, to be sure, Kelly. And my daughter has the greatest collection of fidget spinners on earth. I probably need to get a couple from her. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Truthfully, I probably do need it. Yeah, a fidget spinner wouldn't be a bad idea, and they're fun as hell to play with. I'm a huge fan of them. You might be right. What did you take in college? I took up space. Nice. Just ABC stuff, right? Alcoholic beverage consumption. Did quite a bit of blow. I learned how to run businesses, keg parties, things like that. It's your nickname was Fidget? All right. That beats Gidget. Seriously, Fidget's not bad. Huckleberry, I crave peppers I don't have. Oh boy. You realize who you're talking to, right? Penny. You are loved by Johnny Scoville. Don't say that out loud. Johnny will end up hurting you. He could end up hurting you. College. College. The best 11 years of my life. Classic. Hey, a lot of people go to school for 11 years to get their degree. Yeah, they're called doctors. Sorry. You know what, peeps? I am going to be ending this one just a pinch early today. I will be back on at 5 o'clock, the late night. The not late night, but the next night. Rosemary, I love it. See, fidget ass, that works too. Hey, you have no idea how well I knit, Kirsten. You have no idea. If you go back through the old shows, you'll see some of the stuff that I have actually knitted. Some hats and some other things. I have held up some of my work from when I was in the journey. Charlie Murphy, thank you for your effort as always. That goes not just to Charlie, but to all the wrenches except Ballantyne, because Ballantyne's family, right? He's expected to handle this, but the rest of them, they volunteer, and it's hard work. It really is. It's hard work, and I put up a bunch of content, so they stay busy this time of year. Charlie, I love you, and to all of my wrenches, I really do love you. Just me being me. I like this. Vegemite rules. See this? Vegemite. brought to you by those crazy Aussies. Yeast extract. Proudly made in Australia since 1923. Now, I figure in 1923, you were probably hard up as hell for stuff to eat. I get that, right? I understand that in 23, this might have seemed like a really good freaking idea. But it is now, well, what do you know? 2023, right? Yeah, in fact, I knew that because both Ballantyne and Lady Crispin both act silly as hell for the 100-year anniversary. I got some gifts from that. I think I forgot. Oh man. All right, people. How funny! I just said the same thing. You wonder if men at work actually ate it. Absolutely. What is his name? Colin. Traveling in a fight up Combi. A beef jail head full of zombie. Met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. There you go. That is a cat in a basket. Look at those pretty ears. Here's my girl. You've been in there. She has been chilling while I've been doing research all morning. I do not think that cat has left the basket, which means my phone is being held hostage. All right, everybody. I'm Captain Tommy. We're going to see you on the next one. Spanx Calhounis, where are you at? What do you say? Well, I thought I would let you.
Everyone.
Hey, that's right, Ann. I'm always singing. It's a disease. Would you believe I was voted best voice in high school? True story.
Yeah,
True story.
right.
You want to put some cash on that, Calhoun? Huh?
No.
It's in my yearbook. You want to put money on it?
No, I don't have any cash.
Nah, it's
not
in
for
my
the
yearbook.
likes of you.
I think your sister's already seen it. Actually, it's I was a couple of other things I was voted that weren't quite as flattering. But that
I don't mean it. I love you. I'm sure you got a great singing voice.
Well, one of my many talents, Calhoun. One of my many talents. I used to sing your worthless little carcass to bed. You have no idea. Yeah. Saw the Ramones at Kent State in '87. Nice. Love the Ramones. Are we getting up, Squirrel? Wow. You people got the cat to actually move. Geoplanet Janet. Great name. Okay, that's it. Yeah, you've started a Family Feud. It's on and cracking. The second I'm telling you, when we turn the cameras off, all the Scovilles just start throwing stuff at each other and cursing. We're not a nice family. We just put it on for you guys.
We love each other. Colorfully.
Castro, I'll take that. I will be that older brother, happily. Yeah, I won't forget my phone. Got to get it from Alpha to the cat. All righty, Calhoun. We will see you on the next one.
Yep.
All righty, everyone. Thank you so much. What's that? Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We will see you on the next one. I really do appreciate all that you guys do. Thank you. Adopting you all. Tell you what, we'll take it. Would love to adopt Spanx. You know what? Too late. I did that a long time ago. Yahusha's disciple. Look at you. Yeah, Spanx is mine. I'm not giving up Spanky. Sorry. But I don't know. I got a like a 56, 57-year-old Scoville that you could adopt. Spanky, I'm keeping. You could get chin rope over there though. If you don't mind everything in your house being pepper sprayed, just merely by him being in the room. All righty. Good day, everybody. We will see you at 5. I'm Captain Tommy. Bye-bye.